Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How are you all today? I'm just doing some math right now. Quite literally, actually. I wish I could show it, but I'm doing it in pen and paper, with pencil and paper, actually. So, take that as you will. I have been slowly doing all of the math I need for the build, because holy fuck. Because after I add this last thing, I can tell you how much packed ice we need. And I might be highballing just a tiny bit, but I'd rather be sure than not sure. Because holy crap. Because I'm going by amount here. And then my plan is to go like shulker boxes. How many do I need of shulker boxes per? Because this is going to be a big build. It is one of those things I've been working on a lot. Like in the background. Because it's always important to do so, of course. But I won't hold too much back today. We have a lot of stuff going on today. Where to start? You may notice on the screen, something's new. I have officially moved to Vanilla Plus. Nothing that adds like content, just Vanilla Plus, allowing me to do like armor posing. I want to figure out how to get the blockhead stuff working with the Wandering Traders, but I also got this, so now I can actually see like box labels and stuff for shulker boxes. Very useful, as well as just mouse tweaks, so I can just do like this stuff way easier. And the ability to load schematics, because this is just for one region. Look how much packed dice for one region. Like if I open up the schematic for the skull alone, minus the dirt and grass, that and the stone, this is what we need. And you can already see we need a lot of packed ice, and blue ice requires packed ice. So I'm just going off of what we need exactly, and then I can add, subtract, etc. after the fact. Because, like, pale shelves, we only need 61 in total. Birch, planks, and stairs, 46 and 43 respectively. And on so forth. So I have been slowly adding all of these together to figure out what exactly I need. Because if I don't, it's going to drive me insane, and I'd rather know exacts while we are doing some farming today. Because if we don't know exacts, well, that becomes more of a personal problem for me that just drives me insane. And by doing it like this, I can then figure out, okay, how many shulkers do I need of pale slab? How many shulkers of, like, other various things do I need? And it's one of those things where it's like, genuinely, I don't fully know. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 955 of that. 7, 8, 11, and then 2. So that goes down to 3. Bop, bop, bop. 7, 6, 6, 7, 3. And then 2, 4, 5, 0. 1, 2, 6, 9. 509. 8. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. 2, 6. So 6, 2, 2, 8, and then I'll need to divide all these by like 64, and then go by like sections here. I would have done this sooner, but I just did not have the time. But for example, we know we know quite a bit. I also did some shulker farming. I spent quite a little bit of time there. I've just been kind of doing like some various like farming bits and like upgrades. Like over here, you'll notice 2 allays. So over here I added a jukebox and a chest with cat and amethyst shards because I want more allays, because today, one of the things I want to try and do is, I don't remember exactly how it works, so I need to do a little bit of research. But I want to make an allay infested farm for XP, because XP is starting to become a huge problem for me. And that is something I want to work on. I also have thought about it, and I think I'm going to move this over to here, and like clean this area up a bit. Add another crafting table over here so I don't have to go all the way over here every single time. Especially when I'm working on stuff over here. With like the redstone stuff here so I don't have to go back and forth repeatedly. Just to make life a little bit easier. But back to calculations. So for birch, so birch planks, we need 46. For birch stairs, we need 43. Pale shelf, 61. And then we shall start doing the other stuff. So pale planks, 4, 5, 7, 4 divided by 64 is 71.04. So this is for planks. So 71.04 stacks. And then in a shulker box, it's the size of a chest, which is 1, 2, 3 by 9, 3 by 9, 3 times 9. Simple math. You know, normal stuff. You know, it's kind of weird that I didn't really think I'd be like teaching math while also doing this unintentionally. Because 9, 18, 21. So, on average, 21 per shulker box. You would think. But it's supposed to be 30, so it's 27. Don't know why my brain thought 21. Oh, now I remember. Because I just added 3 for some reason instead of, you know, the rest of them. So 27 divided by 71.4 So that's 27. So we will need, for pale planks, we will need 2.63 shulker boxes. So, and then for pale stairs and pale slab, these will be different because for pair? Ah, yes, they're now pairs. Freaking blah. We'll need 14.92 for this one. 92 divided by 27. So we'll only need 0.55 shulker boxes, so a little over half. So that's good. And then 673 divided by 64. This is literally the early stream right now. It's just math. 10.51 divided by 27, so we can get the more accurate shulker box number. So 0.38 shulker boxes. So the stairs and slabs can fit in the same shulker box, because I'm trying to think. So that's good. And then the stripped, there is 6228 divided by 64 is 97.31 divided by 27. We'll need 3.6 shulker boxes. So that's pretty good. Because knowing the stack amount as well as the amount of shulker boxes is going to help here. Because then I can figure out, okay, I need this many shulker boxes, this many double chests, this much crap. Now, bone blocks. And mushroom stems. So 4, 6, 8, 6 divided by 60. Not 66, but 64. Is 73.2 stacks divided by 27 is so for bone we need 2.71 shulker boxes. Okay, and then we have mushroom, which is 4694 divided by 64 for a good old 73.34 stacks. And then divided by 27. So I know the exact amount I need here. 2.71 as well. I mean, it makes sense. They're near the same. So that's really good to know. Now for blue ice, where we need 46256 divided by 64. So we'll need 722.75 stacks. Or 26.76 shulker boxes. Blue ice, 26.76 shulker boxes. And then packed ice. The one we need the most of. At 554,769 divided by 64. So that would be 8,668.26 stacks, or 321.04 shulker boxes. Now, that may sound bad, but we also got to remember, blue ice takes 9 packed ice, I believe, to make, if I remember correctly. So if we go into here, see, that's part of where the packed ice cost comes from. And as you can see from in here, I have some shulker boxes of packed ice. This is going to suck. Now, what we can do is take that 8,668 and like minus stuff, but instead of just going for blue ice, we're going to go for packed ice instead, where we can remove the blue ice's contribution, technically. Or what we can do more accurately is take that 2.676 times 9 and find out that 240.84 of those will go down into packed ice, meaning we can take off 240 of those, like 241 of those on average. So, in total, if we take that minus the 3, 2, 1, which is honestly kind of perfect, we get 80.2 shulker boxes of packed ice, which is way more manageable. So, 80.2 plus 26.76 plus 2 point, like, all of this together is going to be expensive. 80.25 26.76, 2.71, 2.71, 3.6, 0.38, 0.55, and then 2.63. So I can combine these slowly for 100, and so that would go to okay, so 107.1 plus 5.42, which would then be 0.43, and then the 5 and the 7, 2, 1. So 112.43 shulker boxes plus that, which would be 8, 9, 3. So 1, 4, 6, 1, 1 plus 3.18. So for a total of quite a lot, actually, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We'll need 119.59 shulker boxes, or a total of 120 shulker boxes. So we'll need 120 shulker boxes, and in a double chest alone, you can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 9, which is 54. So that 120 divided by 54. Well, actually, not even just divided by minus. Could technically work, because, yeah. But that's... So we're going to need 2 double chests and a single chest. So I'll just do 2.5, because that's more accurate to what we're going to need in terms of chest size, because it goes down to 66. And then that 66 goes down, once again, minus 54 to 12. And 12 fits within a normal single chest. So, with what we need 2 double chests and a half, 2.5 double chests, basically. We need 120 shulker boxes. So, with 64 alone, that's not going to be enough. So, we have 64 in our shulker box. And then I want to turn some of these into blue ice. I think the best way to go about this is start with ice and then move from there. Because ice is going to be our biggest problem. Just as a whole. Also, I think this just looks cooler like this. I'm going to leave the grass there. Gives it a cool little, like, algae type look. Oh, I was like, why is it not going in? It's because that bucket. Okay, then I can do that. And I can... Can you not place lanterns on those? No, whatever, I'll put it there. And then I can move my buckets back. Boom, boom. Villager block. Interactable. Redstone component. So, with what we know now, we are going to need to work extremely hard. Because we're going to need to make a shulker of all of that we have. So, it begins. Because we are going to need to do a lot here. Because all of this packed ice is going to take some time to go through. And then normal ice is another thing. I don't really need normal ice, but I can use it. 9 ice equals packed ice, so... But, like, look how many shulker boxes we just lose from doing this. It's insane. So whenever we get a full shulker box of one of the things we need, that isn't packed ice right now, until we finish blue ice, we are going to take it over to the area we need. It'll take a while, but I think it'll be worth it. It'll be useful to get it all taken out and just dealt with. Because in the end, it's going to just do a lot more for us. Because look at that. We just emptied 2 shulker boxes. Not 2, 3 shulker boxes. And then started a first for blue ice. I might as well show off kind of the ice farm area that I started. Before eventually just choosing, you know what, fuck it. And just starting to mine away the ice. Like from icebergs. Because we need so much, there's no point in waiting. And it's just better to take down the icebergs. Because unironically, it's going to be expensive. And there it is. This is the iceberg area I mentioned. Oop. Well, now I have blue ice here. And I'm actually going to go chop down a tree so we can have a crafting table. But yeah, I have been working on just figuring this stuff out. Because, like, look at all the ice here. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's just better to mine it up all myself anyway. At this point. There we go. Now I have this. So, when things are done, I can always do more. And I believe, yeah, this is mostly full. So what I can do is blue ice. And, like, I can use this to kind of chat with you guys about some stuff and also turn up the music a little bit. So, this is the noise I've had to hear this whole time. Oh shit, I was using the wrong pickaxe. Awkward. But I'm gonna turn block sounds down a lot. Mainly for your guys' sake. Because it will drive you insane. I can tell you that for sure. Because it is very loud, and while it is satisfying at first, eventually it becomes stale. And, God, the amount of stuff I've had to do. And yeah, we're gonna end up getting some snow blocks, which I'm not against. Because the dragon skeleton doesn't have snow on it. Because I just didn't do any snow, because I wanted to add that later. If I were to add it at all. Mainly because of just how it looks. I think it's good with ice by itself for the most part. But I might add snow at a future date. Just depends how I feel in the future with it. But yeah, as you can see, I've been doing this for a long time, and there's no easier way to do this. This is, unironically, the easiest way to do this. Oh god, phantoms. Frick. I hate phantoms. I've spent multiple sleepless nights in game just doing this, that I completely forgot it was Phantom Night. Because I also spent time with just AFK, like, doing stuff at base, so I'm like, oh shit, yeah, phantoms. But yeah, I've been slowly mining away this glacier. We're going to take this glacier and push it somewhere else. Quite literally, actually. That's the ironic part. We're going to compact it and move it somewhere. Which is kind of ironic. I can do a bit of that. Because, yeah, I'm going to need to go up more for some of this stuff as well. Because, yeah, this stuff in general does become a problem if we can't reach it. But yeah, I have spent so much time on the ice at this point that I'm getting so used to the slipping mechanics of this game. It's kind of crazy. Because you slip and slide so much, you're just like, oh, here we go again. And then I can just take a bunch, condense it down. But yeah, this is part of what I want to do today. The other part is to work a bit on the allays when our pickaxe starts getting a bit lower. We'll do that. Because I don't know how many you want inside of one of those things, but I know you want a good feel. So if it comes down to it, we can always just like go searching for more. But yeah, I know like amethyst is another thing I need more of as well. But yeah, just ice farming in general is its own thing. All of this for one build. I will say I'm so happy to have added the mod for Enderman griefing being turned off. Because, God, I was so tired of them destroying my builds and terraining. Like, genuinely. Like, I ended up just adding... Like, that is part of, like, the reason I even switched to this. The other reason is so I can do bigger builds like this way easier, because I can set up, like, schematics and figure out the exact material list. It'll make my life just a little bit easier. Okay. There we go. Slowly but surely, we shall take down this iceberg. Because, yeah, I'd put on, like, the music I normally listen to, but I know very well it's copyrighted. And, like, and that's when I'm listening to music and not, like, a podcast. Because I genuinely put on, like, my own music and stuff while doing these types of things normally. The problem is most of it's copyrighted, and it's like, ugh. Because you can't play it on Twitch, much less YouTube. So it's its own problem. Ah, fuck. Okay. That's another thing I've noticed about the glaciers in this game is they love to be a nuisance. Because they have so many holes in them. It's genuinely insane. So what I do when going through is I'll sometimes just plug them up so I don't fall into them. Because of the sheer, like, number of, like, deep holes like that. Like, I've just been doing so much, like, farming of glaciers in particular that now I'm, like, just used to dealing with them. And boy, are they annoying to deal with. I just wish this would turn to ice quicker. But I know, like, with these biomes, it turning to ice isn't, like, a guarantee, much less gonna happen. It really depends where the glacier spawns and how close to other biomes. Because, yeah, as you can see, whole sections just... they're bridges. And, like, I know this is a waste of packed ice, too, but honestly, I don't have anything else to do with it that I can really reasonably do safely to get across this area, which sucks. But, yeah. To be honest, I tune out the Minecraft music most of the time. Just unintentionally, my brain just auto-tunes it out. That's just how much I've heard all of it. Like... because off stream, I usually have it off because I just hear it so much it tunes out. Normally. So there's no point in having it on as, like, extra brain fog. And when it is on, I don't even notice half the time. It's become an actual problem. Because I tune it out so well. That it's like, oh yeah, shit, that's playing. It's like my brain knows it's there, just doesn't care. But yeah, it is a lot of ice. And I've already had to refill this pickaxe, like, twice, just doing all of this. And then the ice farm itself. It's making me wish I, like, kind of wish I brought lava, just so I could have stone that I could make on demand. Or just something similar, because I know I need ice for, like, basalt farm as well. Like, if you want a basalt farm, you need ice. I believe it's specifically blue ice. So, it's definitely going to be difficult. Okay, because yeah, just looking at this, like, you can see it's already flattening out, like, relatively well, but then my inventory is a whole other story. I also added a thing that shows me, like, just overall my hunger and saturation, because honestly, it's just good to know. Quality of life stuff. Also, turning that down. Because that's my eating sound, and I always forget it's player-based. Trying to get all my, like, sounds to what they used to be is way easier said than done because of the Switch. Because there's a lot of sounds and stuff that just need to be fixed and changed. And I thought this would be a good idea for, like, the first of this week, just to kind of relax and just chat about some of the stuff. and get some stuff done at the same time. But yeah, you can see how quickly my pickaxe goes. And this is high on breaking as well, so... Like, this is max level on breaking. So it becomes a problem for me when it gets close to breaking. Because if I lose my only Silk Touch pick, we're screwed. I've also, like, kept an eye on the Wandering Trader for if he has blue ice, too, because it's like, well, shit, need it, so... And I can't really think of any faster way to get all this ice. Because this is genuinely the fastest way we can do this. So, might as well do it. It's gonna take a lot of ice and a lot of time, but it'll be worth it. All for that sweet beauty of a new build. I just don't want to fall. Because that would not be good. God, the amount of ice. And then the floating snow that's left over after this, I can always come back and deal with if I ever need. I just need the ice. God, look at my inventory. So much ice. Then I can do a bit of that to just get back up. Because, yeah. And then there's, like, bits of blue ice, too, which make it a little bit easier, but they don't insta-break like packed ice. Meaning they take just a tiny bit longer, and it's annoying. But it's also free blue ice, so... I see it as a win in the long run. Okay. Okay. Let's turn this into blue ice. And pop, pop, pop. But yeah, this has been my whole project. Like, I was able to get a little bit done this weekend with this, so that's at least a plus, but still only a fraction of what I need. I mean, we need so much blue ice. And if it weren't for the fact it needed Silk Touch... Oh, hi, Nautilus! If it weren't for the fact that I need Silk Touch, I'd totally make, like, a TNT blast chamber thing for it. But it wouldn't work. Because it needs silk. Because of course it does. There's not really an easy way. Especially with ice itself. Because if it gets too close to heat source or light source, it's just going to melt. And if it weren't for the fact that it also needs to be able to see light of, like, the sky, it needs to have sky access to create ice, it'd be so much easier to create an ice farm that's automatic, or at least semi-automatic, where it's just like, I can sit here and just go. But nope. I have to go for the old, tested and true version. But yeah, I just need a lot of ice. And then when I have all of my ice, I will be golden. Because ice is going to take the longest of all of them. The pale oak stuff, I might just go find a pale oak forest and just deforest it. Like, genuinely. Because I know where a few are on the map, so that have already been loaded. So we wouldn't have to worry about loading new chunks for it. So it's just kind of like, might as well just take care of it. Because, yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff to take care of. There we go. Look at all that ice. Yeah, I know with everything, I've been just very scatterbrained recently. So it's nice to just take a moment to, like, kind of clear my head with this. Because I know it comes through on my streams when I'm very scatterbrained. And it's just one of those things of, like, it's just nice having time to not have to worry about some of that stuff and just being able to, like, chill. Okay, let's turn this into blue ice and then we'll pick the rest up. And then boop, boop, boop. I mean, we're doing good on the blue ice front. We're almost to our first shulker box of 27. Basically. And my plan is to gather extra, just in case of mistakes, etc. Because if I don't, that'll suck. And the reason I'm not using normal ice is I'm going to have to light up the inside anyway. For the most part, it shouldn't need to be lit up, but there will be parts that will be needing to be lit up, so take that as you will. Look at that. Okay, because here is where we get to that final part that's going to take quite a bit. Because, yeah, glaciers take a while to take down, but this is satisfying, nonetheless. Just watching all of them insta-break like this. I just wish it had a more, you know, satisfying sound than the same as glass. Okay, let us quickly sleep. I don't want to deal with any mobs, preferably, because mobs can suck. I'd rather not have a horde of zombies holding ice coming after me, much less drown. And I feel like a lot of people can understand the reason. Especially when Stray can be involved. Those strays can be so annoying. Get some blue ice. Yeah, you can tell what's blue ice, even if you're colorblind, surely because of one fact and one fact alone. It doesn't insta-break. Yay. But yeah, there's so much ice to pick up here. And it's gonna take a while, but it's worth it. Almost to a full shulker box! Let's just pick up what we can before we have to worry about despawn. It'll help. I could always use some snow in areas to, like, help with the packed ice problem, if needed. I just know I'm gonna need a lot of packed ice. Jesus. And it's crazy because I know very well all of the dirt that exists isn't going to exist in the main build. It just got copied with the schematic. Because I also had to copy one below just to be safe with some of the stuff. Looks at the rib cage in particular. Because of its just placement. Because I went back, I changed a few things about the dragon and whatnot. And then I redid a few bits and pieces. Added the glacier. And overall, it's not bad. It definitely could be better in some areas, and I plan to do some stuff about that. But overall, it's still pretty nice. There we go. I even had to learn a new thing to even do it. Oh god, I did not mean to yawn. There's just a lot of stuff I've needed to learn to, like, get some of these mods working in any form. And some of it is very confusing. But yeah, I'm not going to go further than Vanilla Plus. Just because I want this to remain mainly vanilla. I only have stuff that just makes certain things a little less tedious. And that's pretty much it. This pickaxe is about to break. So let's go back. We got one of our shulkers of blue ice. That lava pool might become a problem. thinking about it. I'm going diagonal. Big oops. Every time I pass that, I always think, shit, I need to finish that. There's base. God, I am so sorry about all the yawning. And boom. Okay. So the XP farm design I'm looking at is an Allay-based one. I don't remember the original creator. I just know I've seen it before. I need that to stay there real quick because I just realized I don't have leads. And then I'm gonna need to make sure that they don't vanish off into the distance. Get your butt down. Okay, it's not close enough for them to do that. Okay, yeah, they're not close enough. But that's okay. I know where it is. Oh, never mind. It went back here. I thought it went under, and I'm like, God dang it. I'm gonna leave those leads there for now. 1, 2. Oh my god, they're leaded to each other. There we go. Now we have 4. So there is an Allay XP farm. And it still works. It's just I'm gonna need to make a few things for it. And I'm just thinking about it right now because we're gonna need a few things for this before we even like put the allays in. Because we will need a lot of allays for this. Because I'm going to need... I mean, I might as well get the, like, stuff figured out. Because here's what I'm gonna... Because I know I'm gonna need a few things. I have a little list off on the side now. Okay, so... I'm gonna need a bucket. Not a dropper. I need a dispenser preferred. Because I need it for a campfire. At least if I use one of them. I could also just use drowning, actually. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use drowning. I like how I'm talking about this, like, oh yeah, here's how I'm going to torture these creatures. Like, that is such a weird thing to probably hear. I'm just gonna grab a double chest because I'd rather be safe. I do need a button. Music, of course, as always, we already have. Do I have any armor stands? No. I'll make some. There we go. Made some armor stands. Then I can have an extra one in here because one of the other reasons I want armor stands is I think it's like this. Yes. Look at that. Poses and everything. Gonna be amazing. Okay. We'll use cyan glass since it's going to be for allays. And then we're going to need... Do I have any potion bottles? I need potion bottles. They'll be up here. Water bottle. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll make 12 sets. So I am going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. And 1, 2, 3, 4 stone. Because we are making infested potions. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I have everything else I'll need. I just need some gunpowder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And then where I'm gonna put this, I think... Where would be the best place to have this? We'll do it here. Fuck. Here, let's just do this real quick. I am gonna need that. And then I'll put this in here. This will need to have water in it. Because this is a very in-depth thing. Because we're gonna need to put a lot of allays into this. Just in general. Is it glowstone or redstone that extends? I think it's redstone. Let's extend these as well. I just think it'll be smarter to extend these. Just as a whole. Because by extending them, we will actually, like... Okay, no. Glowstone extends them, not redstone. That is good to note. Do I keep it in here? No. That means I keep it in... No. Okay, I didn't miss it. Where did I put glowstone dust? Or did I use it all up? I think I might have used it all up. Whatever. It's still 3 minutes. Like, let's be honest here. That should be more than enough. Potion brewing with Kaya's. Because, yeah, this is going to be annoying. Because we're going to need allays. And a lot of them. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Because I'm going to need a 3x3 hole and stuff. So this is going to take a while. Okay, that's done. I can start that. Because here's what I'm going to want to do here. I won't need my axe for this. So over where I've done this, we're going to need the 3x3 hole. And it's going to need to go down 2. So I wanted to make it, like, close. And then... Shit, I just thought about it. Because we're going to need to go out. So let's do this. And then what I can do is this. And I can always replace cobble later. Because, yeah, this here. And then let's just take one of the chests here because this is going to be for the potions. That's it. Okay. So I'll need to do that. Oh, I moved it too far out, didn't I? Yep, I did. Because I'm just looking at it. No, the dispenser needs to be there. Ugh. I need the dispenser. Honestly, this would have just been easier if I started with the dispenser, because I know very well I probably wouldn't have fucked up in the same way. I'm just going to use that stone for that. I don't care. I know we still have some more potions to make, but... There. Because I need a potion thing. Okay, let's quickly go finish some potions, because I want to make sure we have like a good few starting potions for this. Because this will help a lot. The thing is, I'm gonna have to give them all items as well, so they don't die, preferably. Or despawn. That's the other problem. Worrying about them despawning. I'm just gonna take 30 of these. Infested. Okay, because... What am I even going to give them? I could give them sticks. That'd probably work if I need to give them things, because I don't remember if I do. I need to check. Okay, these are done. Bop, 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 bop. And bop. That'll take a sec. Then once that's done, I'll put the stone in. Because, yeah, the hardest part here is going to be getting every allay. Because I'm going to need to get them in here. You know, there is one way I could do this. A really fucked up way. Also, hey Metagross, hope you're doing well today. You know what? This is going to be really fucked up. I just... I'm about to do something really fucked up here. You'll see what I mean by really fucked up. There we go. I just need one. When I say fucked up, I mean fucked up, because this is... Oh shit, I forgot. I can't give him a stick normally, can I? Damn you, Lightmatica! Yes. 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 I need XP. That's the reason. This is for XP. That's the reason I'm doing this. No other reason. I just need a lot of XP. Because the grind for everything else is hell. Yes, I know I'm a monster. It's like that Tom and Jerry meme with Tom slowly going into the closet, just... I'm getting really good at doing that. I need a jukebox. I'm gonna need a lot more amethyst, though, because we need quite a few of these. Ah, what a wonderful day, where nothing terrible is happening under the mountain. Hey, look at the bright side. No matter what, there's gonna be a few out here enjoying their lives tied to this tree. The tree of fairies, as I call it. My god, the tree of gay people. I like how I can get away with that just because I'm pretty gay myself. Well, I don't know if you can do it. Can you breed yet? Because yeah, I don't remember if I am going to have to take the block or not. I know I want to have like up to... I can have like up to... I can have quite a few here, honestly. I know I'm gonna need to put that on top after. But if you think this is monstrous, wait till you see what else I have in store for these guys. Because this is far from the worst that they have coming. I'm just gonna say this now. This is far from the worst that some of these creatures are gonna have coming from me. Because my biggest problem has been XP. Like, unironically. So I genuinely need, like, as much as I can get here. So I'm gonna have to do a bit with them to get this set up. But I'm also gonna want a sweeping edge sword that doesn't have a lot of damage, just sweeping edge preferably. Because if I look at it, it doesn't specify what the best sword is, but it's a sweeping edge sword. Like, that's obvious enough. I need a sweeping edge sword. That's, like, a for sure. Because for this to work, I need sweeping edge and a few other things. There is one thing I could do to make this a little nicer. Because, yeah, I'm gonna want non-fire aspect. This sword is too strong, basically. Actually, wait, no, it doesn't have fire aspect. Because I'm just thinking about this. I'm gonna want something to easily access this, I think. Then they won't have to drown constantly. There, I can do this. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna need a composter in there instead. You're probably going, what do you mean a composter? I'm gonna compost them now. I joke. Because it's gonna hold the armor stand. But it's gonna be such a great way to get XP. Like, unironically. Put the gunpowder in. Okay. You should be able to breed soon. Okay, I need... Composter. I want to make sure this works how I think it is. Otherwise, I'm going to have to push it in with a piston. I believe I can just drop it into a composter. Yes. Because we're going to be using this as a method. Oop, did not mean to break that. But yeah, we have quite a bit going. Okay, let's see. Not yet. Soon. Because I want to make sure that we get, like, the most bang for our buck out of this. Because I genuinely need a lot of just crap. Because, yeah, I've done quite a lot in this world, but the one thing I've needed the most is XP, and my gold farm just does not cut it anymore. Not with how much I've had to do. Because, yeah, it's becoming a problem. Can do that. These should be done. But, yeah, I can kind of show how this works and stuff in a bit. You know, thinking about it, I should probably put this over here. Then I can put the water there. Because, yeah, I'm going to need to drown them, basically. It's going to be a while before this is ready. So, that's a plus. We even have our sea pickle farm. I know, very small, very compact. Where the fuck did you come from? Did you swim here from the swamp? Bro would have had to come from over there all the way over here. Meaning he swam from over here all the way to that point by himself. And he just was like, yep, this is my life now. Instead of, you know, all of this crap. But honestly, I probably should take... I still need to clean up some of this stuff. Yikes. I completely forgot about it. I might as well take this moss carpet back. But, yeah, that caught me kind of off guard. Holy crap. Like, damn. I mean, if anything, this is far from monstrous compared to some of the other stuff I've done to mobs, let's be honest here. I mean, my witch farm literally crushes witches to death with minecarts. My cow farm, well... It's a cow farm. This is gonna take a bit to go through, but... I'm okay with a little backup on this one. Because it does, I have it set so it unclogs. Because I was smart. I like doing smart things like that. Actually thinking ahead for once. Crazy, I know. Especially for me. I'll put this here for now. And then, okay, it's not nighttime fully, but start. But yeah, I also decided since last time to go into the mods. Like, and I learned a bit of Axiom. I can show this off, actually, in the creative world. I took some time to learn some Axiom so I could make this look nicer. And so I made it for, like, some of the glaciers and stuff. But it also taught me something really cool that I didn't know you could do until recently. You can hollow out the insides if you so choose. Of course, I didn't hollow out everything because there were a few spots that have open holes. So there are a few of these inside, but honestly, I don't mind. Oh shit, I missed these. It's not gonna be seen. I might come through here again and re-hollow this just to see. Because, like, you have this giant ice wall here that just leads into more ice. And then, like, you have down here, which you can fly all the way up. And you can see all of the internals of that skull hollowed out. Now, where'd I come in from? Because, yeah, I did spend some time to, like, make sure this actually looked okay before doing it. And I did go through, it took a lot of time because I used a bit of Axiom. My problem was I couldn't figure out a good way to do this without fucking up certain parts. Like this part here, is the broken scapular. But, like, I had a huge problem with smoothing in areas, so, like, stuff here, I'm going to do a little bit of fixing in the world. Because I plan to, like, smooth this a little more. Like, you can see where I was trying to learn stuff, but that's about it. Because I wanted to learn Axiom, so it's something I have on my list. So I've been doing a bit of that. It's just easier said than done. Sadly. Anyways, let's make sure it's daytime again. Because, yeah, we're going to need a lot of allays, and it's going to take a while, but it'll be worth it. And even then, one of the things is allays heal really quickly. They have very high natural regen. So it's not going to really affect them too much. Because I want to get a few of these in here. That's 4 of them. I want to get up to 10. Preferably, because XP is very important. But yeah, now we have a random frog here. You know, I could just... Nah. But I could. But, actually, I haven't checked on our happy gas sling. Has it grown yet, or is it still just... Because I haven't really loaded it much. So I know it probably hasn't grown. But it's worth checking, because I have been over here a few times. Because, yeah, we need... Because our old one died, so it's like... Yeah, it's a worry. Oh, there's that zombie still. Yep, still growing. Oh, it's neutral. And now you can actually see what's in each of these boxes. Yeah, this is gonna suck to, like, finish, but it's gonna be worth it when it's done. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I've... Because this is the other thing I've been working on, is just slowly filling stuff. But there actually is something I can do that I want to do real quick. Because I added a mod that allows... well, not a mod, more of a data pack for this one. That's going to allow me to do this. But first, I need to get naked. We will use this to get naked. We shall become truly naked, and then... Now I need a bow. I don't have a normal bow. Of all the things, I need a normal bow, and I don't have a normal bow. 1, 2, 3. I need a bow. And then I need some arrows. I also am running severely low on frickin' diamonds. Like, okay. So if this works, and I go back, dang it, it didn't work. It's supposed to drop my head when I die, but it might not work when you shoot yourself, to be fair. Because I was thinking how I was going to get the player head, and I'm like, wait a minute. But no, I need to figure out how to make that work still. I need to see if there's a way to configure it so that I can make it so self-player kills does it then. Because it's based off player kills, but probably not self-player kills then. Dang. Because I need the player head as one of the main heads that you can get. Because I added a few things. Like, I can actually read off some of the stuff I added. But some of it also hasn't fully updated to the newest version because I'm using an actual thing. So if I look at my thing I'm using, I have anti-Enderman griefing. Amazing. I know. As well as some other stuff like player head drops and wandering trades, so I can add like blockheads if I can figure it out. I just need to figure out how that stuff works better. Actually, I want to see if this works too. Oh, well, I did need to get down here. 1, 2, 3. I just need 8. Because I don't know if this'll work yet or not, or if I need to set this up differently. But if this does work... Okay, yeah, no. Because I know there is a mod I added that lets me... It's a data pack specifically, that lets you pick paintings. I just need to figure out how to make it work. That's my biggest problem. I just don't know how it works. I believe it's supposed to be in the stone cutter, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I could be wrong. I'll have to look into it more. But yeah, I've been setting up stuff to try and figure that out. Because I do want that to work. Honestly, with where we are, I might want to, like, in terms of, like, diamonds and stuff, it might be worth it to get more diamonds as well, and get some amethyst as well while we're out there. Let's quickly go grab some if any has grown. I doubt it, but you never know. Ow. 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 There we go. Some of it's started growing back. It's just not fully grown yet. This one's close. So is that one. Well, we know that now, so that is, like, on its way. But if we're going to go mining for anything, the best place to get diamonds is going to be our tunnel. Did they jump? Yay! They actually are scared of me again. Oh, never mind. God, I need to empty some of these. Yay! I don't know why, but there's just something happy for me about that. Just seeing them actually do that again. I would fly down here, but bonk, bonk. That happens a lot. Okay, time for the tunnel. This is going to be a long process, but it'll be worth it. The tunnel. Oh, slime chunk. I forgot about that. I'm gonna need to figure out how to access mini HUD so I can do something about that. But I should also. This is my tunnel bore. That's why I call this place the tunnel. Alls it takes is just a little bit of work, and you can mine out an entire section of your world with one simple click. Alls it takes is a whip, skip, and bonk. Kaboom! See? Simple kaboom! Also, this is where all my ancient, like most of my ancient debris ended up going originally when I first started this world. But I do need to go. I plan to build one of these in the Nether for farming ancient debris as well. But all you have to do is click a button and boom. And then you just have to go search here, make sure you don't miss anything. And whenever we run into ores and stuff, it takes care of it. We can then fortune whatever we so see fit. And it is very loud otherwise. That shouldn't break it. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think a torch should break it. This stuff can be a problem if it gets too close, but that's if. And yeah, my plan is to eventually flatten this place out more, but that's going to take a lot of time and effort. But honestly, it's just nice to have this tunnel bore as a whole, because it's such a great way to get bunches of resources I need. Because, yeah, like, I get a bunch of... Oh! Diamonds! I created this for the armor trims, funnily enough, because I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed for the armor trims. And I'm like, I'm going to need a lot of diamonds. And this would be quicker than just, you know, mining them by hand going all the way through. So I created a tunnel bore. And now I commit war crimes against the world. All in a good day's work for Minecraft. You know, I wonder how many people get absolutely flabbergasted by, like, just the stuff in this world because of just how absurd this world is. Oh, I missed a diamond here. It must have been behind the gravel. Don't know where it was, so I can't say for sure. It might have been a single. But what I'm gonna do here is 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, this is like this world. I do so much redstone and building. It just blows some people out of their own minds because they're like, it's not something that people expect of me unless they are like very close to me and know very well my nerdy like love for this game or have played Minecraft with me. Until I started streaming it, that is. And now more people kind of see it. And then whenever I come back to this world and show off more of it, people are like, how long has that been there? Because I love to leave little bits and bobs that is just like, I don't do it on stream purposefully because it's funny to see people like, where the fuck did that come from? Because it's funny to me. I just like seeing how people react to some of the weirdest stuff I create. Because I just find it fun. I mean, the first time I played Minecraft... Well, excuse me. The first time I played Minecraft on this channel, I didn't start until after I started uploading stuff to YouTube. It was the first series I actually uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, fun fact, was Minecraft. it was it is like the true original, and it's still going because this is my forever world. It's the world that I always come back to because no matter what, it's hard to truly leave it. I mean, we beat the Ender Dragon on my birthday, for God's sakes. I remember that very well. Because every year I get to make the joke about being 22 because my birthday is the 22nd. My friends have gotten annoyed, are just like, ah ha 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 at this point, but it's also like, I just find it fun. Because like, it's an easy joke to make every 22nd. And of course, lighting this up is more about once the glowstone is gone, it's going to need light. Because the front will always stay lit, purposefully. And the best part is I have found some cool stuff through doing this. And eventually we'll get to a point we're going to hit new chunks, and it's going to be really fucking funny. But yeah, like, if I pulled up a world map here, like, here is where we are. We are at 30, negative 59, 442, and it's like, while it's not far from spawn, my base is also normally in the 200s. So, take that as you will. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Oh. Or not. Because I want to heal it with this, because then I can do more. There. I want to make sure I have the redstone. Redstone is so good. Honestly, I don't really need it. I can always go to the witch farm, to be fair. I have stacks of blocks there. Witch farms, am I right? Diamonds! And lapis. Lapis Lapupi. Unironically, though, I do need lapis for various things, such as blue dye, the actual blocks themselves, enchanting. I also need to set up more villagers in my trading hall. I just haven't done it because I've been too lazy to, like, do that. I haven't even done, like, the zombie cure trick with them yet. Because I don't want them to be too good, is the thing. Because I don't really care much about them being too good. I don't mind trading with them for, like, various prices, because, yeah. I mean, it's not where I even got my armor. That's the thing. My armor comes from its own thing, so... Because I spent way too long. The amount of times I've almost lost this armor, though. And then there was the time I did lose a set of armor. And all of those old tools. Like, this is the set. This is technically my second set. The only thing on my original set that truly exists is a bow. And I have that framed in the house. Now see, this is what I call a problem. Now it is no longer a problem. That's why it's always important to kind of check down the line. Because that is the type of thing that can break this. Because, I mean, this is an older tunnel bore design now. Like, there's way better designs you could use. But, for me, I like to stick to the classics. Sometimes. I mean, God, I haven't used an Etho hopper clock in so long, but I just haven't had a need to. Because the few times I've needed any form of clock, I've needed it to go fast enough. It's just like, well, I can use a simple redstone thing. Or observers. I don't need as specific as a hopper clock, because it's more of an off thing. See, this is the problem with gravel in this. Now see, it could push it, but it would stop the TNT early if it's on top. And if it gets stopped early, well, chain reaction kabooms is not fun. But yeah, this is the fastest way of getting diamonds for me. And, like, leveling stuff. Because, like, let's say I need, like, cobbled deep slate. Just come down here. Mine up a bunch of shit. Boom, done. Like, the biggest problem becomes mobs at a point. Because of where we are. Mobs are more likely to spawn the lower you are in the world. So, yeah. Gravel, deep slate. Anything fancy? Doesn't seem so. Like, it's always good to just take a once over. Because, like, and you don't want to multi-hit it. It will hurt you if you multi-hit it. Because it will go... Because, yeah, I could easily just do that, but it wouldn't work. That's why I have this. But overall, like, we get quite a bit from this. Which definitely helps. Because I need all I can get. But yeah, I honestly really enjoy doing these types of things in Minecraft, personally. I find it fun. There's a diamond! And I would light it up, but it's not going to last long. But yeah, it's kind of obvious to see that, like, we get a lot from this. Like, it hasn't even been that long, and we already have have over half a stack. Like, this is unironically my fastest way of getting diamonds. Which is good. Ooh, redstone. Don't need it, but the XP is nice. That's the main reason I'm grabbing the redstone in the first place, is the XP from my pickaxe, while also doing other stuff here. Because, like, one of the little side goals I have right now is to get every single type of block and ore. Like, every type of, like, mineral in that regard. So I still need, like, deep slate emerald and crap. Which is easier said than done. Oh, bollocks. Okay. And then... Bomb. Bomb. I will say, I do have a fun game planned for upcoming that I got during the sale. Also, I know I've talked about stuff, but I don't remember if I've ever talked about how old my graphics card is. So I did a little bit of digging on stuff, and I just want you to guess how old my graphics card is. Because it's gonna... I know it's gonna date, like, how old this... Because I got it from various stuff, but it's gonna very much date a lot of stuff about me. Because I consider it very good, but I also am used to a lot of older hardware as well. I mean, to be fair, I remember when a terabyte was a new, like, holy shit, we could fit a terabyte? I think that alone says a lot about me, but I just am curious if anyone can guess how old my graphics card is in terms of, like, its making date and whatnot. Because I am curious. because it's just because it's a fun fact that's going to make a lot of people be like, huh. Because yeah, that is one of the because like I know with my motherboard, one of the things I need to upgrade as well is my graphics card. And oh my god. Because yeah, it needs it. The problem is just how expensive that shit has gotten due to the AI stuff. Like, unironically, it's become a huge problem. Because it's like, if I'm gonna get a new graphics card, I'm probably going to go for one like the 1650 Ti or something, because there ain't no way I'm spending over $1,000 on something that's just a bit stronger and newer. Like, I'm sorry, but nah. There is such thing as too fucking expensive. But in terms of like my graphics card, it's an early GeForce. It's a 660 Ti. It is old. Yet it runs stuff like Warframe surprisingly well. It blows my friends' minds, I know that. Because it's like, how the f do you run stuff with that? And the answer is surprisingly well. But I know like games like Palworld I can't play. Mind you, my graphics card is from 2012. I'll let that sink in. It's from 2012. It doesn't run Direct 12. You know, what you should expect of low-end graphics cards. It can't run that because it is too old for that. Like, that is the age of my graphics card in a nutshell. It is too old for what's considered better for older hardware. And I think that's funny. Because I have never had an issue with it. And honestly, it says a lot about how good it is. Back in my day, stuff was made to last. Like, genuinely, though, stuff was last way longer from, like, ye olden era, before shrinkflation and stuff. I still have, like, antique stuff from, like, my great-great-great-grandparents that still exists. Because we know how to take care of it. And it's just, like, it's kind of crazy how much of that stuff lasts surprisingly well. Of course, some of the reason is because some of it had lead in it. That's a whole separate thing, but... There we go. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that's just like, damn, that is older than I thought it was. I'm gonna need to replace that. Because I know for sure that my graphics card is one that I've wanted to replace. I know I have the power wattage that I could replace it. Like, unironically, I have a pretty good power supply. Because I had to replace it a while back. Anyway, like, about a year ago now. Just because my old one died. So it's like, might as well look towards the future on these and be like, okay, what do I need next? Because yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, is like, what do I need next? Because I slowly try to replace my PC parts, is kind of how I've been doing it, is like, as they age and start weakening, basically dying out, I actually end up replacing them. But I also take good care of them. You know, I've asked people, like, how often they clean out their computer and stuff, as well as, like, how often they, like, check their stats. And it's kind of crazy to me how few people, like, do that on a regular basis. And then I remember, oh wait, I was raised to do that way more because, I mean, computers have always been a luxury type thing to me until more recently, where it's like now they're just a requirement to frickin' exist. It's like, oh, yep, you need to deal with the internet now. Good luck. But I do enjoy doing stuff outside. Like, honestly, there's this one vacation that I remember very well, because I remember just sitting at the side of the river, just sketching the river. If I can find the image I sketched years and years ago, I'll put it in the Discord. But that's if I can find it. I have so many sketchbooks to go through. Like, I have sketchbooks of so many things, from not safe for work to safe for work, because of just anatomy and whatnot. I have an entire sketchbook full of anatomy practice. So there's like several pages with just penises. And like just full nude body art. Just like there's a good chunk that is just pure nude body. And it's like, it's surely because I was just struggling with anatomy, trying to get better at it. Now I just draw more comic style because I prefer it. Like, I can draw realistic, I just prefer not to. Plus, I'm not that good with lips. Like, the lips are the area that I have the most trouble with. There's just something about them that just always have annoyed me with the human lip. It's the same thing with human noses and, like, different angles of them. They can be so annoying to draw. Like, genuinely. I have drawn so many human noses and lips and whatnot, and it's just like, ah. Because they are some of the most annoying things to draw. Because I find hands are way easier to draw than those for me. Because, like, hands I can break down relatively easy compared to other things. Just hands are way easier for me to break down, like, as a whole. So it's just kind of like, now I'm like, yeah, I totally understand how this works, etc. And, of course, for some people, it's complete opposite. Damn, we are not finding any more diamonds yet. But don't worry, we will do this eventually. Kaboom! There's some gold. I can always trade that with piglins. Honestly, the raw gold for piglin trades is not bad. Because piglins, I need a lot of stuff from their drop pool, like gravel and quartz and whatnot. Okay, let's see. More tough, extra tough, super tough, redstone. Can heal my silk touch. And diamonds! Only one? Oh nope, there's another. And another. And another, and another. Sorry. Anyways. We are getting pretty good. We're at 51, technically 54, but we're almost to a stack of diamonds, which is great. Uh, um, like overall, there's just so much stuff that I find so fun about drawing and like building in this game, especially because as someone who draws a lot, building in Minecraft is kind of like drawing in a way, just in a different format. It's just a different medium, basically. And that's the fun part about it, is when you get to try different mediums you wouldn't normally try. Like, I really enjoy painting, for example, and ceramics. Like, that stuff is fun to me. But then there's, like, 3D modeling, where I suck. I saw a diamond fall. There's some more diamonds. That's pretty nice. I know what to do. I must jump. Yay, we're over a stack of diamonds. Funnily enough, like, I only need to do this every once in a while, technically. The problem is I also do kind of need these diamonds for the templates anyway, for our museum. So this is doing a 2-in-1, basically, for me. So we're actually working on several projects all at once by just doing this. Like, I could have easily done the dragon skeleton in, like, a stony mountain, but I feel like ice is just better, in my personal opinion. Kaboom! Diamonds! Let's get some more of these. I will say, I am so excited for cushions. Like, genuinely, they make me so damn excited. Because not only are they sittable, but the fact that they can go into blocks and stuff is so cool. Even if it's, like, limited. I know creative adds a bit more functionality to them than survival, because you can use various, like, commands and shit, as well as just creative, just accessibility to certain things. Always nice. So it's still going to be nice for just building in creative nonetheless, and just in survival nonetheless as well, because it's still going to have some changes. So I see that as a win. The reason I chose netherite, though, is 1, it can be pushed, and 2, it's blast resistant. It's just the best option for this. Oh, great. Lava. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, bum. We're gonna have to deal with more lava soon. I can already tell. Now, see, if there was an easier way to get rid of lava with this that I knew how to do, I would totally use it. I just don't know many ways to do it. Oh, I see some diamonds there. There we go. I also hear a spider. Nice. Now see, if I really wanted, I could break all this obsidian and just make this a giant void hole in the world if I really felt like it. I've done it in the nether. I could do it again. Hours of my life gone into a drain. Again. I lost so many hours of time doing that. Like, genuinely. Like, it actually is insane how much I lost doing it. At least I can do this here and there and just build. Oh, there's more lava. Okay. Grab the iron. There we go. I mean, this is just a great way to get some of this stuff. Because, yeah, I can just slowly fill this in as we go back and forth. And then boom. And then a little bit of that. Perfect. Okay. More lava. Okay. And here's a problem right here. I can hear that spider. Like, we have to be close to a cave here. Like, genuinely. Yep. There's some more lava. Okay, so... yeah. We'll just take out what we can. Because, yeah, that's the one thing with lava, is we'll just have to do that here and there. Which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I see some gold over there. That's nice. Okay. I'm gonna grab some gold. Yep. See, this is part of the problem with this, is it will break this. But it also means we don't have a glowstone here. So we need a temp block. Thankfully, it didn't cause more problems than it already did. But, yeah. There we go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It'll take a sec, but we got this. Okay. Redstone. Oh boy, more of this. But yeah, you've seen what can happen if we don't get rid of that stuff now. Okay. Can do a bit of that. God, there's just so much. Let's just make a path. Make this a little bit easier for us. It's just worth doing. I could grab this just for the XP. More lava, here we go. That should take out a good chunk. Yeah, because now I can just be like, okay, there's one. Anything? Not really. Yeah, and I can just do a bit of this. Boop, 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 bonk. Next up, more redstone. A lot of gravel. Because of course. And lava. Okay, I can do that. This will lower it a bit so that we can figure out where the next source block is. Yeah, because see, we can now see that these are source blocks. And we can take care of them. Oh, lava. How annoying you are. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Thankfully, mobs don't spawn on bedrock, so that's a plus. Oh my god. Grab the redstone. It's great XP. Like, genuinely. There we go. Boom. We just need to, like, do the best we can with this. You know, I kind of hope C418 is doing well. I haven't seen a lot from him. I just had that thought, kind of listening to this. It makes you wonder how he's doing, because I do hope he's doing good. Because I know he got one of the highest honors that that any musician could ask for a long while back now. When Minecraft was added to the Library of Congress for its music, which is a very high honor because it's deemed worthy enough by the government and people to literally be saved in a library meant to record all these important moments in history and whatnot, and all these important things in history, which is just so interesting to me. Because, like, if I remember, it's one of only 2 games to ever get that honor. like actual like video games at the time. It was like one of two. I don't know if any more have been added since. I haven't really checked. But I know it's been like, it was like it's a very high honor for a musician to be able to say that they were able to get a track in the Library of Congress itself. Because that's something that is generationally, like, it means it is a generational, like, piece up there with the likes of, like, should be memorized, like Beethoven and stuff. Like, that's kind of the level of it, and it's just so interesting to me, especially as a musician. Okay. Because it's like, this is stuff that changed like lives in the time it's existed into such a form that now it's recognized for it in a way that most like music will never get recognized. Because like that's the stuff I think is so interesting about stuff like the Library of Congress, is like its whole goal is to preserve a lot of stuff that just normally isn't preserved or may not get preserved otherwise. And it's like, of all the things, the fact that they deemed Minecraft influential and generationally impactful enough to add its music is so cool to me. Because it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense for like people who grew up with it or like who have played it and like have this attachment to it. But for it to be recognized officially like that is insane. Also, I just killed that lava with redstone. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I find that stuff so cool. I believe the only other one ever saved is the original Super Mario Bros. You know, I'm gonna double check this now. Library of Congress game soundtracks saved. I believe there's like 2. Because yeah, it was 2025 Minecraft got it. There is exactly 3 video game soundtracks that have been added. Super Mario Bros. From 2023. Volume Alpha from Minecraft, inducted in 2025. And the Doom soundtrack, inducted just this year. They are the only 3 games to ever have a soundtrack in the Library of Congress. Now imagine being one of the 3 creators of that. Of those. Just imagine that. Knowing that your work, that you're one of 3 video game creators to make it to that. Like, that is insane. And not only one of 3, you were the second. Like, after Mario, of all things. And I think that says a lot about the type of music. Because, like, video game tracks are not something you would think would get saved as much. Or just in general. And that's kind of shown. But the fact that, in total, in the last 3 years, only 3 have been done, and they're the first 3, is crazy. Because it's literally Mario, Minecraft, and then Doom. All very influential, like, series. Hell, the fact that Sonic is not on there, or, like, any of these other, like, big games that affected generations for so long, or even in general, kind of shows how special Minecraft's track is as a game track, that it was recognized by that level of, like, library and storage to preserve it for the future. Because that is an honor beyond belief. And it makes me happy. Because it deserves... yeah, sorry. But it deserves it. Like, it perfectly mixes that feeling of nostalgia and also loneliness that comes with Minecraft. A weird lonely nostalgia that there is a beauty to. Under all of that, there is still beauty. And there's so much you could do. And the fact that it's so easily captured in C418 is amazing. And I don't even say it like Minecraft's gotten worse music over the years. It still gets good music. Like, Lena Raine and is like the first one that comes to mind because of Otherside and like Celeste. But like there, and then, oh my god, Aaron Schauf, I believe is how it's pronounced. I don't know for sure if that's how it's pronounced. But like every single composer in Minecraft has made such a big difference. But C418's music is what truly made Minecraft to begin with. And I know not everyone likes that there's new tracks, new paintings, new blocks, etc. Like, some people want to go back to the old days with it. And it's like, I think it completely misses the point of Minecraft. Constantly evolving to live in a changing world, in a way. A world that you can shape at your own hands. And in the end, it is what we make it. No matter what we think, whatever we do, everyone's world is going to be different. No world is going to be exactly the same. Whether it lasts a year, a week, maybe just a few hours. Hell, even for a lifetime. Everyone's world will be different because everyone plays differently. And Minecraft is just one of those things that, despite everything, all its flaws, mistakes, all the things it could improve, despite it all, it still does so much and matters so much to so many people. And no matter what, that's the type of thing that we really should be happy to have. Because there is a world out there where this game never came to be. A world where all of this just stopped existing. Or where it never came back to popularity. Where it just faded into obscurity. Yet, here we are. Years later, still going bright. even with its flaws, you can tell that the people working on the updates themselves enjoy it. You can tell they have loads of ideas and care. Even if they don't have control over all the other stuff in the company and whatnot, there's still so much to change. And you can tell they put just their sheer love for the game into it. I mean, you literally have the original Aether dev as part of the Minecraft team. You have all these people who put so much time and effort, and it's like, it's just crazy what it's become. From a simple little game back when I first discovered it, back in alpha and beta, to now, it's like, damn. From Minecons to no cons, from live events to recorded, from votes to where we are now, big updates, small updates. Alls I know is a lot has changed. And now with everything happening at Xbox with Asha and everything, now they don't need to answer to as much management. They go straight to the Xbox CEO, apparently. Still boggles my mind that Xbox had, in some places, up to 14 levels of management. Like, it sucks that some people had to be laid off, but how much do you want to bet most of the people laid off were those extra management levels? Like, just in general. Like, talk about overbloated, nothing getting done. Like, I'm not someone who plays Xbox, or really ever did. I've always been someone who preferred Nintendo games just because I've always been a platformer type person, and Pokemon is quite literally my autistic obsession to a fault, but I also know I can't only play that. I would probably go insane. But I look at it now and it's like, you know, with all the flaws and shit, it's kind of crazy that she's been able to do so much with Xbox. It's just incredible to me. And it's weird seeing a CEO like her actually be so like open about everything that's going on, because that's not something you see usually. But it also makes me hopeful for the future, especially seeing that Mojang is under Xbox and Microsoft. Like, yeah, there's certain stuff she can't really say stuff on just because legally she can't. Like, I definitely was worried when I heard she used to be the head of Microsoft's AI development, but knowing that she actively has said that she isn't planning to replace them with AI is like, cool. While I don't fully trust, it's like, with all what she's shown, she's keeping to her promises of actually trying to improve and like get things back on the road. And all without AI. Kind of crazy. I will say, one of the things that made me just like laugh a bit to myself at the sheer irony is like, the CEO of EA, soon as I say that, is just like, oh boy, what'd they do now? It's EA. But it's like, I know he was complaining about Steam's AI thing that's like, oh yeah, they tell you if it has AI or not, and people are less likely to buy it, etc., and how it's bad for the market. It's like, people can sort out whether or not they like a game and like what the AI is used for. But it's the same thing as putting a sticker like contains gluten or GMO free. Some people only want certain things and just don't want to interact with other things or can't. Except with video games, it's more of a thing of they just want more of this or that. It's like, yeah, what a surprise. Crazy. people, when given more information, choose more effectively. Wah. But yeah, it's like, in all reality, it was the same way with the whole age system, like rated E for everyone stuff. It's like, I mean, people are more likely to buy rated E games and stuff. It doesn't mean like rated M games have no place, or games that use like blood and gore have no place. It's just most people don't want to deal with the AI slop level of stuff either. Because, yeah. Okay. I will say, at least we're cleaning this up quite well. Any more diamonds? But yeah, there's so much stuff I've learned through my time of just like doing various projects and like whatnot for companies, and it's like one thing you learn is graphic design is not their passion. Like, if you really want to see where the logo stuff comes from, it's the artists. Like that, remember, anybody else remember when they tried to do that huge simplified thing across several companies? And like it backfired horribly. And then Lay's released their new one, which wasn't as simplified and was just made and just looked better and people were more appealed to it. It's like, huh, crazy. But yeah, from like my experience especially, it's like, I can tell you for sure, they don't understand much about the psychology of color. Because there is a psychology to color. That's the thing. Color does have, like, its own, like, effect on us as people. And, like, and how it affects us with certain things. Like, when you're going to a sauna, someplace that you're meant to relax and stuff, you would think a cool color would work by its, like, a bunch of cool colors would work. But because of what it is, a sauna, you would want more paled, warmer colors. Because it gives off a more just chill vibe, a more warm environment. And it fits very well for like a sauna. While for pools, they use a lot more just like blues usually, because overall, people link color. Like our brains unintentionally link color to a lot of things, including emotions and so many other various things. And because of that, it's important to remember that when designing logos for something. So like, it's why when you see like a bunch like clubs and stuff, they have a lot more neons and stuff because they're supposed to be flashy, bright, fun. While with like doctors, they are a lot of the time for a doctor's office, you will see beige, blue, purple, cooler colors, or colors that are more monotone, boring feeling towards us as people, because it's meant to be something like that. Plus, they can't exactly use a red cross unless officially licensed. But you usually see more cooler tones mixed with gray tones and beige tones, because it gives off that more monotone, like, this is a place that is safe but also serious. And it's like, it's weird how it gives off that vibe for a doctor's office, but if you were to put it on something like a club, it would make the club seem boring, uninspired. Or if it's like a workout type area, it would seem more like it's more of a boring place. While if you use more purples, for example, like Planet Fitness, purples, pinks, like kind of that edging warm and cool tone, it becomes more overall catching to the eye. It's why Toys R Us had so many like colors in its logo, is the various colors gave off that fun kid-like energy that it was going for as a toy store. And I think that's interesting about that stuff, because there is a lot of psychology that goes into those colors. It's why you go to designers for this type of stuff instead of just doing it randomly. Like, it's important. Like, color is very meaningful to a lot of people, whether they realize it or not. It's kind of crazy how much. Also, hi 22. Hope you're doing well today. I'm just talking about some of the weird stuff. I don't know if you were here earlier when I mentioned it, about how old my graphics card is, because I decided to take a look at when it was first released. And oh boy. Honestly, it just says something about how good this graphics card is, despite being from 2012. Like, damn. Like, that actually moves on to the next point of my original thing, of, like, give me glass, because it sounds like I'm in a school lesson. You know what? Fair. I love talking about this type of stuff, because I just find it interesting. Like, GeForce, for example, uses greens because it gives off more of a techie vibe for us. Isn't that odd? That greens in that type, because shape also matters with this type of stuff. It's why Toys R Us had very, like, rounded letters instead of sharp. It's why you see a lot more sharper edges in clubs as well. It's just so interesting how much goes into it. Like, for example, one thing some grocery stores have been known for doing is they literally have smells that they waft through the store, for example, because it gets you to want to buy more things. That's why they actively put stuff that people need more of in the back, because it's a literal psychological thing where it's like, you see something else and you're like, you know, I do kind of need that. Ooh, I do kind of need that. And it actively, like, is used against you. Of course, COVID kind of changed a lot of stuff, and we see it more in how they use their algorithms of their, like, drive-ups and stuff by being like, oh, here's this thing on sale. Here's some other things you might need that other people have bought. Or like, oh, this is similar to something you bought. And it's like completely different, or something that is used in a recipe with it, if you're buying groceries, for example. And it's a whole psychological thing, and it's so odd that our brains can do that much, but so cool. Like, with my character, for example, like, I know very well my character could be way more optimized for, like, psychological stuff, but that's never been the point of my character. Like, it's supposed to be an extension of me, so it's just like, why make it look like that when I know very well it should be kinda just semi-colorful, but just overall a bit weird like me. That's why I chose an alien species from D&D that I created, because it's like, it's the perfect amount of weird, and then mix it with the colors and the various stuff, and it just made a perfect, like, representation. Of course, I think very deeply on this stuff personally. Other people don't. But I also know I kinda am forced to deal with this stuff in my job, so it's kinda like, I kinda have to. Like, when my brain goes into job mode, I go over all these things, because I'm just gonna ask you this. If you saw a sauna where its logo is sharp, like this sharp looking fire that is like these neon colors, you wouldn't be interested. It'd probably be like, oh, that's a weird sign, and that's it. While if you saw a more normal looking one, it'd be like, oh, that's a sauna. Like your brain just recognizes it, whether you recognize it like knowingly or not. And it's kind of cool. I find that stuff so fascinating. Like, it's one of the reasons that I just like find it cool to learn about this stuff. Like, there's so many random fun facts I could like tell people that blow their minds because I know so many random fun facts, and it's like the amount of people who don't know some of the stuff I say is kind of fascinating because some of it is either important to know or like really specific. Like our current city structure that we see a lot around the world, especially in America, was created by a guy with the last name Moses. And he basically used it to pave over poor minority communities, ones he didn't like. And due to that, you got a lot more highways and stuff going through cities. And those highways and stuff caused a bit of choking out of people because of the smog and stuff, which led to where we're seeing lots of cities where there's a lot of abandoned stuff and people leaving. And it's actually kind of interesting how that kind of ruins city growth in like the Americas more than we realize in just a long-term fashion, because one of the important things about cities and making them stuff like walkable, more accessible, as well as stuff like that, is it makes it so people are more likely to interact, people are happier and stuff. It's why that type of stuff is important. It's why Central Park is super important. 3 random things about animals you probably wouldn't know. Where to start? Because there's some weird ones out there. A poison dart frog only gets its poison through what it eats, mainly, if I remember correctly. Which means if it had a different diet, it's not going to be poisonous to the touch. Like, there is a lot of weird stuff like that. I know I've mentioned the glow-in-the-dark shark. I mean, there's the obvious, like... So, I want to make sure I pronounce this correctly. Because octopus have 3 ways of actually saying their name plural. Because... I'm making sure I say this. Because they can be octopus, octopuses, or octopodes. Yes, octopodes is in fact a real plural name for octopi, which is not actually considered correct. It's actually considered incorrect because it assumes the word is in Latin. Fun facts. Another one. Various types of birds have been known to evolve into crabs. I find it kind of weird that for some reason, one of the best ways to evolve is crab. Like, carcinization as a whole, pretty odd as an overall, like, evolutionary thing that we've noticed. Oh yeah, there are some birds that are known to, that literally evolved to be more like crabs. Like, years and years ago, mind you. Like, not recent years. I'm talking like millions of years, like bird-like and lizard-like creatures that evolved into crabs. Like, they evolved backwards. Whales have feet. that are just literally whales have like full on like foot and leg bones built into their bodies that just aren't used from when they used to be partial like land mammals. That's how we kind of know a bit more about their evolution. Other weird facts. Fungi. Fungi have a specific way that they like to grow, and through their mycelial network, they act like a hive mind, as most people probably can guess, in a way of where it can send stuff over millions of miles if there were enough mycelium. But it also means that, let's say a different section of mycelium were to affect it, they all become one instead of fighting. So let's say you had two things of slime mold. One that is interacted with, like, mushrooms, for example. And it knows it's edible. But then you have one that doesn't. And you put them in a tank with a mushroom. One will eat it, the other won't, but when they touch each other, they'll both start eating it. It's actually really cool. That's one of those little things about slime mold that not a lot of people realize, is they can, and it's not just a slime mold thing. Like, there's so many different things. Because over millions of years of evolution, there's a lot of stuff that has evolved differently. And it's like, just in general, let me see if I can find a picture of it. Because it wasn't specifically a bird, there was a specific thing. It was an ancestor that very similar, like, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, because they come from a marine worm. It's really weird. Like marine worms. Or unique about foxes. Fox piss has a serious odor and actually can last longer than skunks. So if I were to get sprayed by a skunk or pissed on by a fox, the skunk would be better to deal with than the fox piss. They have such potent piss smell that it genuinely becomes a problem. They also are very loud at night. I will say that. If you think cats are loud at night, or coyotes are, foxes are worse. Like, unironically. Another fun fact, did you know that crows have actually been known to warn chickens and stuff of bald eagles, hawks, etc.? They've been known to warn other birds of such predators. There's another fun fact. So if a farmer were to make good friends with the crows, protect the chickens. It's very useful to know. It's actually really interesting. Because it's like, of all things, crows are very intelligent as a whole. There also was a new monkey species found that has orange lips, if I remember correctly. Like, it literally has like these orangish lips. That's another thing that was recently discovered. Like, there's a bunch of weird species in our world. And like weird like creatures and plants and animals just are so fascinating because of said things. Like, I feel like that's one of the things that's fun to learn is... That's one of the things I never liked about school is you never get to learn the fun stuff all the time. It's why whenever I talk about fun stuff like this and like make it informational, I talk about the fun or weird type of crap that you wouldn't normally learn about in like classes like history and whatnot. Like, for example, part of the reasons the natives did not have a good relationship with the original settlers is there was a whole fiasco where someone sent a hand in a basket. I just want you to sit with that one. Just imagine you have these new people you've never seen before come through your land. You treat them nice and stuff, and they send you a hand in a basket. Oh yeah, I'd probably be a fun teacher. My problem is I just can't stand kids much. I'd probably be better for like high school or college level if I were to go into that. Just because, but my problem is I bounce around a lot, so I would not be able to stick to a normal thing. But there's just so many weird parts of history that's just fun. Like, if I could just do like a class of random fun facts and like knowledge about the world, I'd totally like do it. Like, I've thought about doing like trying to learn more about editing, not just so I can like make VODs a bit easier for people to watch in stuff, like making a few shorter form videos out of like just condensed VOD stuff, like just like funny moments or something. But I would also totally do like a video essay type thing, just because there's so many interesting things, like the history of witches. Like, I feel like I could just have like a little subsection of just fun facts from stream and like turn that into like little mini video essays of like, oh, here's insert fun fact here. Here's insert fun fact there. Because there's so much stuff that could come from that. I just am not that good at like doing it. I've been trying to learn. I just haven't had as much time for that specifically because I have other stuff higher on my list. But I think it would just be fun. Give me a reason to write more papers. But yeah, like I have so many fun bits and bobs that I feel like just in general, I could literally just put something in the background with like my little character. I could make like little stills just for fun, because I know I have multiple that I could make and still do have. And I could just like put either stream stuff or like offline farming in the background. That's all I would have to do. I could make it an easy topic like that. Just simple. It wouldn't exactly be like too weird for me either, because I already talk about a lot of this stuff and do some of this stuff already on stream. It would just turn it into a more bite-sized thing for some people who might want to learn about a specific subject. Because I've thought about that. Because, like, I know, especially for me, one of the most important things in how I look at life is I'm not dead until the day I stop learning. That's when you truly die as a person. Because you learn so much. And if you stop learning, you just stop growing. It's cool to learn stuff and like learn to understand things at different angles. Because it's like the fact that like in the end, everything relates at some point in the past to just a magma ball in a way is crazy. That's just one of those weird facts about Earth. And it's like, it makes you wonder, what else has changed in the universe that we don't see? Because light only travels so fast. Like, if the sun exploded right now, we would not notice we might hear the sound if the sound could travel in the same way, but we wouldn't notice it for several minutes, for example. And I think that's interesting. Because it just kind of shows, like, we are a long way away from the sun. That, like, it would take several minutes before we even noticed it gone. But it's also, like, that's the type of stuff that I just find cool. Because it's like, the way our universe works is so weird in a good way, because it's like, despite all of this weird crap, it somehow works so well. And in an infinitely expanding universe, there are versions of us that exist out there somewhere on various versions of Earth that have various levels of improvements, like just overall problems, etc. And we just happen to exist on this one tiny rock just to say, what the fuck? Because, I mean, that's one of the best ways to look at it. I like to look at it less as an existential thing and more of a, oh, that's kind of funny. That means there's probably a version me that cusses constantly out there. And it's probably just so dumb. But it also means there's a world where cussing isn't cussing. In an infinite multiverse, too. It's like, linguistics, for example, are super weird. Like, there's this one thing, oh my god, I remember, I can't remember the exact words, but I remember the basic exchange was a person talking about polyamory to another person, and the professor getting mad because they mix two roots that shouldn't mix in linguistics. And it's like, you know what? That is a fair reason. It's like, because it doesn't make linguistical sense normally either. That's one of those types of things. But it's like, no, they're fine with polyamory. No. They just hate the frickin' word itself because how dare it break the rules like that of such long-term linguistics, mixing two roots that should never mix. Like, I love those types of things where it's like, you think someone's mad about something when in reality they're mad about a completely different thing. Those are some of my favorite tropes. When it's like, not like a negative effect on someone, it's just a really funny, like, moment like that where it's like, in context, it's just funnier because it's like, oh, I see the joke. And like, where it all comes from. It's like, that's my type of enjoyment with that stuff. Because yeah, like, that's one of my favorite things about like mining in this game and just doing like more repetitive topics and things is we get to talk about crap like this and just chill. Because it's like, all of this is just for later based stuff. I know we still need to breed our allays more to do stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's just how it is. But I've really found I enjoy this type of stuff a lot more than I thought. Because that's one of the things I feel like school never really, like, showed as well as it could have, is how enjoyable learning can be with the right situation. Because some people just did not get that because it just is not built for them. Like, and it's why I'm happy I had such good teachers at certain stages of my life. Because I think about my history teacher in high school for civics, and how she got me so into history as it is now, where now I have this huge love for history and all the weirdness in it. Or like my one English teacher who literally ran face first into a wall just for the bit. We literally had a sword fight in class with foam swords for Romeo and Juliet and whatnot. Like, she really taught me a lot of the fun in just linguistics and just English as a whole. And, like, writing. Because there's so many fun ways you can do that stuff. And it's like, that's the type of stuff people need more of, is like teachers who can teach everyone in unique ways in such a way, but that's so difficult to come by. And then with how some of the stuff is set, you can only really do so much. Like, I know one of my friends, he's been working slowly because he wants to be able to teach psychology and stuff, but also and understand it more so he can be a like special ed teacher. Because when he looks at it, he's like, if I'm gonna do something, I want to help people that didn't get the help like I did. Because everyone deserves it, and that's the reason they're doing it. It's like, it's interesting to see why people go into it as well, because like, I've talked to some of my old teachers, and it's like, some of them, like, as much as there's bad kids, and like, it's been worse over the years, they also still have that love for teaching and have ways that they've found. And it's one of those things of, there's so many teachers out there that I can see why they quit, like, with what they deal with now. And it's like, I look at it as well of like, honestly, teachers are not given enough credit for what they are put through. Because how many do you think would be way better if they were just overall treated better as well? Or just actually could survive easier on a teacher's salary? Like, I think that's an important thing to remember as well. Because it just really says something about those nice teachers you have, of like, they were dealing with so much and they still were able to be so nice and like do so much for people. And it's like, it really says something about them as people and how much they care. Because like, that's one of those things where it's like, I know for me, I'm too scatterbrained for my own good at times, and I am very ADHD. I would not be the best for like all ages. I know that. But I also know I talk about random topics that interest me as well. And I know, especially for me, I find it just important. And if I could handle kids more, maybe I would have like gone into learning about teaching, but I never really knew. It's why there's part of me that wants to look into like and do research on stuff. Because it's like, I do enjoy researching stuff, but definitely not enough to make it a job. Holy crap, that'd drive me insane. I enjoy doing what I do now. Just doing art. Because one of the things that's always been important to me is just being able to make a smile, even for those people who may not realize it. It's nice to be able to give someone a smile when they need it most. And being able to do this as a hobby has always been kind of nice for me, because it's like, I get to fulfill that in some form. Whether intentional or not, it's like, it's just nice. Because I get to do so much more than I might have done beforehand. Because, like, the inevitability is there's so much that I want to do, especially on stream. Like, there's so much I'd love to do on stream that I know I can't, or just don't have the ability to yet. Like, for example, I know I need to get a new graphics card. Especially knowing how old mine is now. It makes a lot of sense. But that's a later thing for me. But I look at it now and it's just like, you know, I'm surprised the one I have now works so well. Or just like with the motherboard, it's like, yep, that's a thing I'll replace eventually, but it's good that it has lasted me so long. And then with the stream stuff, it's just like, I just enjoy being able to talk to people like this and like be able to make some people smile, meet new people in this way. It's like, that's what I find so fun. And it's one of those things that not everyone's gonna get, and I get that. That's understandable. It isn't for everyone. And boy, is it not easy either. With bots, etc. It can become a real, like, tedious thing for some. But for me, I just am happy I get to do this in the first place. Because it's what I enjoy. And honestly, the best thing I can do is just keep learning. Eventually, I want to do more with the YouTube. I think that would be fun. I just don't have the time for it. But if I got more time and was able to, I'd definitely do it. And honestly, if I were to make, like, a main channel that wasn't VODs only, I'd probably just change the channel name on YouTube to just VODs. Like, my name would just add VODs at the end. And just, like, make a new one specifically for, like, main channel videos. To make sure that's like, okay, yeah, cool. Because then it would be easier to separate, one, and two, just be simple, because right now, like, I upload the VODs on the days I don't stream, so there's always at least something out for people who might miss things, etc. Which is always nice to do. Oh, I missed a diamond. Awkward. But, like, just in general, I think it's good to be able to look at this stuff now and be like, yep, I have done a lot of what I need to do. And I like doing this, I like doing that. Like, knowing what you enjoy is good. Because, like, that's one of those things, especially for me, where it's like, I spent so many years of my life not fully knowing what I want to do. Just sheerly because it's like, you don't always know what the hell you want to do. And that's totally fine. I know eventually one thing I want to do here is I want to make this, like, unspawnable for even slimes. But I could make a slime farm too. Like, there's so much I could do with just this world in general. There's so much I could do with so many other things in general if I just got time and all this other stuff. But sometimes you don't get that, and that's okay. But it's always good to have hobbies that are separate than your job and separate than this, because, like, for this, for me, it's like, it's nice to have this type of thing because it's a different way I can express myself than just art and drawing. Because I don't draw for myself a lot anymore because it's just become a bit of a chore at times. I still do draw for myself, just not as often as I once did. Because I do so much of it for work. So it just kind of gets stale. Do something enough and you're just going to be like, ugh, here we go again. Because that's one of those things. It's like, yeah, if you enjoy it enough, it might not affect you that way. But you can also burn yourself out very easily. That's why I enjoy doing this. There's so many reasons to it. Did that guy freaking fall out? Or did he spawn? Okay, they're spawning somewhere. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, yeah, look how... Yeah, this is overflowed. But this hasn't. So, yeah, that... I think I know what caused it. Okay, I need some slabs quickly. I'm gonna do special slabs here. We'll do these. Okay, because yeah, I'm gonna need... Because yeah, they fall normally most of the time, but some of them... Yeah, some of them probably spawning here. There we go. Hey, Garen. Hope you're doing well today. We're just murdering some golems that managed to escape. Okay, back to what we were doing. But yeah, we've just been doing a various set of stuff today. Hope you are well. There we go. Okay, so I can put these back. But yeah, like... I always find this game to be just kind of nice to relax to. Okay. Time for the allays. There we go. I just need a few more. Oh, it's raining. Fun. Been playing some Minecraft too. That's fair. Ah. Yeah, I really enjoy just chilling in this game sometimes. I need to make sure that like some of my stuff works because I'm not sure it does. So it's something I need to do. I just need to figure out how to make it work, and that's something that's gonna take some time. Because I know, just in general, there's a few things I need to figure the hell out. Okay, so now what I need to do here... One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, I need composter, this. And then after a sec, they should start drowning. So now... I am going to turn that down. Yeah, because see, this is what I'm doing to help us get more XP quicker. Okay. Yeah, because look how fast that healed that up. It wasn't the fastest, but it can be faster. But, as you can see, it can still heal this insanely fast. So now, if I... I need to make sure they stay floating. Because, yeah, I don't want them to fall and go into the stone. Yeah, because I should have... Yeah, I didn't think about that when making this. And I should have thought about it. This is stuff I need to think about more. Okay, stuff they can't go into. Dirt. I don't think they can go into dripstone, so... Yeah, because I didn't think about this, and I really should have. Okay, yeah, because I need to do a bit of this. Okay, yeah, that guy's in there. I wish I thought about this sooner. Yeah, because now I need to just drip stone. Yeah, these guys are going to be free for now. Yeah, look at that. They become a problem. Holy shit. Yeah, I completely forgot silverfish do that. And that is on me. There will be some allays now. Out and about. Okay. Now that that has been fixed, in quotations, the rest of these will need to be put in other places, like, oops. Honestly, I could just leave them to fly around. Kind of populate around. I think that's okay. Because it's not like they'll pick stuff up if they're not holding anything, so they'll just kind of float around. Might give this place a little more magical of a vibe, but... Okay. Next on my list... Because, yeah, I can't kill them, see? Oh, I can, never mind. I didn't realize you could kill them. I think you just can't kill them if they're holding something of yours. Is that right? Yeah. So now if I just... Yeah, because now I'm just gonna have to redo a lot of this stuff, but... Yeah, I'm gonna need to leash some of these guys in, because they're gonna be a problem. Like, just in general. I won't be able to get all of them, but maybe some. Okay, you're coming with me. Come on. Okay. There's another one, and another one. Yeah, these guys are going to be a bit annoying. But we can move them around. one of the leads broke. Okay, that's 3 of them. There's a 4th. And I think the rest are outside. Okay. There we go. God, look how many there are. I think I know what I want to do with some of them. There, now I can put, like... There. Because, yeah, then they can, like... I want this to hide in a better spot, though. I think up here. Then it's like they're kind of around the place more. I don't want them all in one place is the problem. But then we can have them in, like, a few more spots. Because, yeah, I know... Just in general, some of them might be a bit of a problem. You're not leashed up, are you? Oh, you were. I'll have, like, 2 of them over here. I want them to kind of be around the place, too. And then we have this frog. Might as well, like, keep him around. Makes this place feel a little bit nicer, I guess. Having these little guys float around. Gonna take another one of these guys up. Because we have 2 up here. I want to hide some more. There we go. Yeah, because I wish I could make it so the leads were invisible, but can't really do that. And then there's just some random ones around that we don't really know where they are. Let's just get rid of this rain. Okay. Yeah, I need more leads. Boom, more leads. Keep some in here, and then I'll take the rest out to the allays. Because, yeah, like, with these guys, it's like, I like them, but I just don't want them, like, being too much of a nuisance, you get me? I've changed my mind about this one. I'm gonna put it there. And for these 2, I kind of want to move it to here. Because yeah, this is the allay tree for a reason. I don't know why, but I find it funny that these two basically moved over here then. There. Because then I can have all my allays over here. It'll be easier to find them. Plus then... Yeah, like, this place is very populated with allays now. Makes it feel a little more magical than just, like, 3. And I could just reasonably let a few loose. If I really wanted. But I don't think that would be smart. Probably change that below block to, like, dirt. There we go. I don't know why they... I need to do something, see if this helps. Okay. Because, yeah, I was, like, trying. Because I know there's another, like, there. But now they are a little more split up. Because I need quite a few in there. I don't know why they like being in that corner so much, though. I think it's sensing, like, cobblestone or something that I just didn't see. Now I might actually be able to, like... There, now they've all, like, broken out of that area for the most part. There, because I just don't want them all, like, clumped like that. Because it makes it hard to breed them. But yeah, and then over here I got some as needed. Like, just in general. Could be worse. Could be the cows. Also, this chicken just... Oh my... That chicken dropped 3 of itself. My god. Okay. Next on my list is... Because we still have a bunch of stuff left to get. For the dragon skull. So... That's still on my list. I'm gonna put this away now. But... I might as well take a shulker of blue ice. And then on the back, I can... So... Blue ice. And I'll just tally the amount I need. Ow. Because, yeah, there's a lot that I need for these. $26.76 shulker boxes. So, yeah. And then I will need some chests, which I have. Okay, so I might as well do a little bit of this. Good, because we're going to need to go quite a bit away. Because I know, just in general, there's just a lot that we're gonna need. Because, like, we're just gonna be slowly flying. It's the best way to do this. It's nice to just kind of chill. You know? I also need to figure out a good, like, mushroom stem farm. If anyone has any good ideas, I would greatly appreciate. I just think it would be nice to have. Because, like, with bone, that's not going to be a problem. Because the bone blocks, it's like... It's not as big of a problem. Oh, hey, you can actually see my Light Matica thing. I actually thought that would despawn. I don't know how to make it despawn. That's the problem. But I can actually... Okay, yeah, because I have a bunch of wooden stuff, so... Let's just use this real quick. Because, yeah, as you can see, I did a little bit of change of this area for those who have been here before. Actually perfect. Okay. So we got our first shulker box of blue ice. We will need quite a few things here. So, on our list, let me quickly get over to here. So it can be here where we load it. So, as you can see, don't see anything yet. Page up. I'm going to need to move this down one. The grass is one thing. Page up. Don't mind the pigs. I don't know why entities are caught into it. But as you can see, we're going to be going layer by layer. That's the plan. It's going to take a bit of time, but I think it'll be worth it. There we go. Because then I can load it from here as needed. Because, yeah, this is going to take a while. And it's not going to be an easy process. Because there is a lot that goes into this process. And it's just gonna suck to do. But that is okay. Look at that. Trying to see what I'm missing. Ah, that's what I'm missing. Because I'm just marking this down on a different thing, so I'm putting everything else with it real quick. And so One of the things we're going to need is pale oak. Because that's going to suck to get, but it'll be worth it. Because I have it separated by shulker boxes that we're going to need as well. Because that's another problem of ours. Okay, yeah, we need to go this way now. And then we need 3.65 of that. Okay. And then bone block, what was it again? 2.71 mushroom is 2. Oh. Wow, they're the same. I never realized that, actually. Or I did, and I mentioned it and just forgot. Okay. Because, yeah, I want to make sure I get... Because, yeah, the only other thing is pale planks, which is 2.63. 2.63. Because stair and slab are less than that. Than a shulker box. So I'm going to cut them off on it, because then I can fit the rest. So let's see. What do we have in terms of pale? Because I am not sure that we have enough. Woo, look how much pale we have. We're going to need to farm a lot. Because for the slab and stair, we need 14.92. So, I'm going to round up with the stacks. So, 15 stacks. 10.51. So 10.5 for the slab. Oh wait, no, I got those mixed up. Oops. Yeah, because I need to get the closest stack and a half I can for this. For the ones that aren't, like, perfect. Like, the pale shelf, I need 61. The birch stuff, 46 and 43, respectively. So, I might as well get those done. Okay, I do have a few stacks of the stairs. So I can grab 2 stacks of the stairs. So I have 2. So we'll make this one stairs and whatnot. And I'm going to want a few of these. Bonk, 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 and bonk. Slab-wise, I do not have a lot, but I do have some in here. 2 stacks. And then a half. So I can do 2.5 for this. Birch will be way easier because I need stairs for birch. I do not have a lot of that. Do I not have a lot of birch at all? I have 9 birch planks? Jesus Christ. I guess I need birch. Well, that's going to be a birch. But I'm done. Okay. So 2 stacks, 3. And I need 2.71, so about 3 shulkers, basically. And actually, what I should do is quickly grab a shulker. Because I'm going to need 3 total shulkers here for these. Okay. But I don't even think I have enough for 1. Yeah, no, I don't. Because 7 of this, so yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, because 2.71, so that'll be 0.71, so a bit extra of this. And so I'm basically gonna have to get like up to here in a little bit on the final one, basically. If I'm going by that, but let's be honest, it's a little less than that. Okay, so that would be... Because with 27 inventory slots... I wouldn't... Because the 0.7 is 18.9 of those. And if I added the 1 to it, it would go down to 19.17. So basically 2 and 20. And then next to them, I'm putting the slots. So for like the point, because it's just easier for how many slots are going to be taken in the final box. Because 2.5 is the easiest of all of them. That's just 1/4 of it. So 7 total slots. And then 6.5, 6.3, etc. I'm just doing some math quickly because I'm kind of looking at this, doing this. 18, and I'm guessing 6.3 isn't going to be far off. It's probably, looking at the number I got here, it's probably going to be 17. Just barely over 17. So I'll just put 18 as well. It's 17.01 specifically. The rest fit very nicely because they will fit into 15, 1, 1, 1, and 11. So all of those can fit into one shulker box, basically. Which is awesome! Because that's how many slots they're going to take up. I did the math for that. And if they're going to take up that much space, that means we can keep the slabs with them. So these can actually go... So stairs will take up 11. So 9, 10, 11. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See? They all fit in one. And then pale shelves are their own thing. They'll fit in that. And then I'll need 2 for birch. But yeah, we can fit all of these in one. Perfect. Because they need a lot. Because yeah, I'm just going to keep doing it that same way. Birch, on the other hand, is going to suck to get a bunch of. Do I have any extra in my tree farm? I don't remember. I might not. Because I know where I can get some, like either way. Oak. Oak, sticks. No, I need normal birch. And there's... I mean, I could just steal it from one of those, but I'm not. Those are builds. And I'm not going to steal from my builds. There's another place I can steal it from pretty easily. Because I don't need a lot. Okay, I do need a good chunk, though. Because, like, quick math aside, we'll need quite a bit of birch just because it takes 6 per 4 of the birch stairs. So we'll need 60 planks on top of that 46. So we'll need over a stack of planks, meaning we'll need at least 16 of this, meaning we'll need at least 3 trees, 4 trees, like that. I'm gonna get 5 just to be safe. Okay. Ouch. Don't need that. Okay, because now, with that, I'll be able to mark off parts of this completely as just done, instead of like, here's how much of this I have. Okay. Because getting the birch part done is going to matter. Okay, do. 40. How much do I have in here? 2. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to need to make another set. I will just take an extra one in case. I'll put a full stack in there. And I can then mark it. And then next to this, I will put X's for when they are done. Perfect. Birch is done. This is started. And we have 1 blue ice shulker. We still need 25.76 more, as well as another 80 packed ice. So, that's gonna take a while. Thankfully, I farmed a bit at the shulker farm. There are a few more stacks at the shulker farm that I just never grabbed. So that's at least a plus. We will have stuff for that. Now I just need to figure out a good way to get, like, a more semi-automatic way of getting ice. Because, yeah. And also figure out a mushroom farm. Because those are the 2 things I really need the most. So, like, if anyone has any ideas, I highly would appreciate. Bone blocks, that one's going to take a while, but literally, what I'm probably going to end up doing after stream is come over here, flick this on, sit down at the bottom, and let this run. If I have some time, I will do that. Or I might just do it while I'm doing work. Just depends. Either way, though, it is, unfortunately, that time. For those of you who are not part of it, !dislab, where we have the Discord. I announce when I go live, if I'm sick in any way, etc., etc. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST. Sometimes I go early, sometimes I go late. Either way, the days I don't stream, though, YouTube, where we have the VOD channel. All sorts of stuff over there. Minecraft, Terraria, etc. So if you miss something over on the Twitch, it will eventually be over on the YouTube. Either way, I hope you all have wonderful days. Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and always be the change you want to see in